Meghan Markle was recently at the Fortune Most Powerful Women Summit, where she was a guest speaker. I guess she was being
most
interviewed.
Powerful woman.
Yes, she's a powerful woman. And she did it the right way, by marrying into it. That's how you become a powerful woman. Hey, this guy's royalty. I'll marry him. No, I'm powerful. Anyway, I appreciate that Lucy checks in on Meghan Markle from time to time, because most people do not want to do that work. I've had multiple people quit on this very show. But Lucy's on top of it. And what did you pick up from this interview that Meghan Markle did?
You know, this interview, like almost all of her interviews, she just has her kind of tropes. She has her sayings. She has her go-tos. She's got to say all of the exact same things all the time. And instead of seeming powerful in any way, shape, or form, the only power that she actually seems to have is making people hate her. I have never...
She's actually very good at that.
I have never seen people hate somebody like they hate Meghan.
And we just watched Keanu Thompson.
I know.
And Stuttering John.
It's truly incredible. Truly incredible. So she recently has been traveling a whole bunch, and we're going to start out the interview by talking about how she was just in Europe and in New York, and now she's in DC for this summit. And the summit is supposed to be all about business, but Meghan can't help but starting out reminding us about the fact that she's not just a business person, she's also a mom.
And you made it home for one day to see your kids.
Yes, I had to. We were talking about that because everyone said, oh, you must have gone from Paris straight to New York. I said, no, I need to see my babies. So went back to California for a day and then continued on. But I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you.
Ugh.
She cannot help touting the fact that she can do it all.
Who was asking?
Nobody.
Did you go from Paris straight to New York? Who would ask that question?
Literally nobody.
You make any stops along the way? Did you see any relatives? Get a good meal somewhere?
Not only that, but you can tell by her thank you at the end of that she does not want to be at this summit at all.
Yeah.
She's at a women's summit. One of her main platforms as a part of her brand is that she supports women. And she's in a room full of women being interviewed by a woman who might be as dumb as her, and she still does not care at all.
She supports women by selling them herbal teas at an 800% markup.
Don't forget about the jam.
And the jam.
Don't forget about the
She pretends
jam.
it's a hand make, but
Yeah.
actually it's just a white label product.
It's absolutely.
All right.
Later in the interview, she's actually talking about she really wants to drive home the fact that she's still just an every woman. So she's later talking about things like how she chaperones her kids at school events, which you absolutely do not, girl. There would be like 50 security guards, no?
Right. Yeah, it'd be a problem.
Like, that's not a thing that you're doing. So in the next clip, this is going to be just an Instagram reel. And I have removed all of the audio from this because it's just the song 9 to 5.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, what a hardworking businesswoman she is.
Yeah. It's really...
What an asshole.
It's incredibly good. So
She has no self-awareness at all.
no, none.
She actively is making women hate her.
She came to a business summit. The first thing she talked about was her kids.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's look at this. Again, she's working 9 to 5. So this is just her traveling. She's having fun. She's going to be clinking some glasses here. Here's her going backstage at the event. She's very excited. She's in an elevator.
She's having
Champagne.
a little champagne.
Yeah.
Oh, she's on the airplane. Oh, they let her sit in the cockpit.
Yeah. Now,
Too bad they don't have a bitch.
I'm going to have you leave this still up for a moment. So you're right. She is in the...
I'm retarded.
You want to workshop that one?
I do. I want another take at that one. We don't do shows on Fridays.
The level of professionalism in this place, my God.
All right.
Okay, so you hit on something though. She's in the cockpit. The reason that she's in the cockpit is because she's on a private jet, which means that she traveled from Europe to California to New York to DC, all on private jets.
Oh, that's why I didn't follow up with the question, how is the leg room?
Well, I mean, it's...
Did you get an exit row by any chance? It's a long flight.
It's a little in contrast with all of her platforms as, what is she? She cares about the environment, carbon footprints and stuff. That's all. That's one of her main things. Mm-hmm. Now, this last frame, will you...
Also, she's a black woman. Is she even allowed on a private jet? Are we allowing that in Trump's America? What's going on?
Damn it all.
Someone's asleep at the wheel. This is what happens when the government shuts down.
Yeah.
We have black people getting on private jets. Fucking crazy.
All right, go right towards the end of this. We're going to see her walking onto the airplane and she's carrying some luggage.
Okay.
And you will notice here that her bag is monogrammed with DS, or Duchess of Sussex.
Oh, no.
Now,
So relatable.
you can't have it both ways. You
It stands for dumb shit.
You're not allowed to both say, I am the self-made woman, I've done everything, and then carry a bag that says Duchess of fucking Sussex.
You gotta suck a very pink dick to get that gig, though.
Well, she worked hard
there's
for
that.
the money. I think that's where we're getting at here. This is one of her biggest problems, though. It's that she always wants to have it both ways. She wants to have this huge company, but she also wants to be relatable. And I'm making the jam in my kitchen, even though I'm totally not. Ha ha ha, I'm so cute. I take care of my kids and I'm chaperoning them, but I'm also here. And my kids say zebra instead of zebra. The reason that they say zebra is because your husband is reading them bedtime stories, not you.
Oh.
You don't get to have all of the things all at once.
Good point.
I'm becoming more and more frustrated with Meghan
can
Markle
tell.
as we go.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
Yeah. Now, you might have noticed, so in this screenshot that we have right here up on the screen, that there are no comments on this Instagram reel that she
No,
posted.
there aren't any comments on
Yes.
there. And maybe no one's paying attention?
Yeah, nope. She has turned off comments.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Carl, why do you think that she might have turned off comments?
Because people are mean. They're meanie bajinies.
Yeah, do you think that maybe it's because it hurts her feelings,
I
though?
would imagine, yes.
Yeah, no, that's actually very, very wrong. So, next clip.
How are you able to decipher out like the constructive from obviously the not constructive that you need to ignore?
Well, there are certain things that I've done just for my own self-preservation, but also that I've applied to the brand and for the people that are incredibly supportive. I know, the question can be around naysayers, but if you really see the groundswell of support that surrounds the brand and me, that's what I feel the most, and that's what I appreciate. But by design, I also recognize that a lot of those people aren't going to my page to see negativity. And so not just protecting myself or the people that work with me, but also the supporters, so I don't have the comment section on.
Wow, that's some spin job right there.
The reason that she turns off comments is because all of her supporters would be upset to see people saying mean things about her. Now, the people who might say nice things about her on her actual social media cannot do that. So the only place where people can make comments is where other clips are getting posted of her on YouTube by other people, and therefore everything is negative constantly. In other words, there were never any nice comments, is what I'm reading out of this.
I just heard her say there was a groundswell of support, though.
Well,
There's
you
tons
heard
of-
it from her.
There's tons of fans who are, want to support her, but, it's just those couple jerks,
Ruined it for everyone.
one bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Dang it all.
Terrible.
She does love being the Duchess, though. Regardless of all the hate, she loves it. And she gets asked about how her and Harry handled leaving the royal family and moving into the States.
Yeah, that's an important question for a business summit.
Well, not only
Let me
that,
write notes down. How do you handle that when it occurs?
but I would like to point out an important question. It occurred 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Nothing has happened in this girl's life since then.
A good point.
They have. Things
Well, I
have
think
happened.
5 years ago was a very different situation for all of us. And, Archie was so little, and I had just gotten pregnant with Lily around that same time. So we were nesting and healing. And also, I don't even know I had the bandwidth.
So she was nesting and healing in 2020.
What was she healing from?
Leaving the royal family.
The meanies in the royal family weren't sure what color her kid was going to
You're
be.
still calling the Duchess of Sussex, but
She doesn't go by Marco anymore.
oh my God, she's such an idiot. So not only was 2020 COVID, we all know that, but she's saying that what she was doing in 2020 was nesting and healing. I would like to give you a list of things that she was actually doing in 2020, because I think she was actually pretty busy and probably not nesting and healing. I don't know why she is leaning on this. I'm just a good mom. I'm just a barefoot housewife. So she did the famous Oprah interview. She signed a deal with Netflix. She had a miscarriage and got pregnant. She wrote a New York Times article. She bought a house. She signed a multi-year Spotify deal. She invested in a coffee company. I don't really get that one. And in addition to that, she signed on with a conglomerate who was using her to conduct paid public speaking announcements.
Wow.
So it's not like she was doing nothing in 2020.
Did they move into like Tyler Perry's house or something like that?
Yeah, it's some famous.
Some weird person who's like, yeah, you can hang in my mansion. And meanwhile, they're signing deals for $50 million with Spotify and Netflix.
And Netflix.
Like, you guys can't go buy a house. They did, I guess, eventually. That's good.
So I guess really the question is, how do we get from mom, who is just nesting and healing, to CEO of a company that makes jam and edible flowers?
Good question.
Most people's assumption that if I was going to go into business, it would be fashion or beauty. But those 5 years at home, I wasn't running around wearing beautiful outfits. I was probably in Birkenstocks and sweats like the rest of us, especially during COVID, or just barefoot at home. But I was making a lot of jam.
Such an asshole. She doesn't realize how poorly she comes off, too. There's probably a lot of hardworking women in the audience here.
Every single sentence that she says, she ends it with that smile talk. A lot of people have been doing analysis also of her hand gestures during this. Everybody's saying, like she's kind of like doing the presidential thing where you got to move your hand in certain ways so that you can get everybody on board with you.
You never have your fingers out.
Yeah.
But it's got to be positive. I'm talking to you. We're connecting right now.
We're connecting. She tries to make jokes throughout this thing, never gets any laughs. She tries to, this group of women is silent watching her. It's a little embarrassing.
That's awesome.
I've actually never been prouder to be a woman than watching people watch Meghan.
Yeah, that's good because there's rumors about you. So I guess now we know.
Interesting.
Now we know.
All right, now they're finally going to get into the business talk because, again, we've been talking about flowers and babies and whatever the heck we've been talking about. Meghan is going to talk about her first year in business, which is challenging for anybody.
Sure.
Year one for any founder is just a lot of learns. And so we founded As Ever earlier this year. I think the first drop was in February or March. And what you're looking for is, what are the consumer behaviors and habits? What are the products that they're gravitating to? And I had this incredible fortune of having every SKU sell out within under an hour, which is amazing. And also, you don't learn a lot.
Now, I watched you cringe at the word learns.
Yes.
So let's go back to that for a moment.
Okay.
What do you think about that? Did you like how she put an S on the end of it?
She wants to sound like she's in the boardroom. She has control of the meeting. I've been in a lot of meetings with executives. I know what the speech is. And when she starts talking about consumer behavior, what sold and what didn't sell? Which products did people buy? But she has to try to make it sound like it's more important than that. There's more going on to it.
Well, her point at the end there is that she didn't learn anything because she sold out very quickly.
Yes.
She goes on to make this exact same point again. She says, I didn't learn anything. We learned nothing from selling out immediately.
Is to have more product before you go to market.
So then she increases 10x.
Okay.
Next round, she increased by 10x. And then we sold out
in a fucking hour. 10x isn't going to do it.
Then we sold out in 4 hours.
Right.
And we didn't learn anything. And she says it 2 times. You are at a business summit. Have something intelligent to say about what you learned from that. You didn't learn nothing. You learned that you're a fucking idiot.
Also, I'd love to know the numbers. 10x doesn't mean anything. Did it go from 10 to 100?
I know.
In
I
stock?
would too.
That'd be my guess.
I would too.
Because they're not selling. If you sell out, she's hated and her products suck. She sold everything out in an hour. That told me there was not a lot of products. Right.
Yeah, and you should have learned from that.
Yeah,
you should have learned from that. Why don't you?
No one's impressed by this.
Who doesn't learn something from that?
Okay.
That's, oh my God, it's so infuriating. Now, I have been showing you mostly Meghan talking because obviously Meghan talking is the cream of the crop in this Little Here summit. But I do have to admit that the interviewer, the host of this little thing here is awful. Perhaps worse than Meghan.
Whoa.
Which I know is impressive. So here she is going to be trying to ask Meghan what happened with the Netflix deal. So Meghan very infamously had this initially 2-season contract. They ended up breaking 1 season up into 2 seasons. It's not going anywhere. This is that question.
And can you talk a little bit, too, about the show and how it matches with As Ever, the brand, and Netflix's role in this? I know they've been a big backer of yours. You've worked with Bella, their chief content officer, to develop quite a relationship with Netflix over the years. And that partnership just renewed with slightly different terms. I'm wondering if you could talk about what are the terms now and how has that helped you build as ever?
Wow.
That is a 25-second long question.
Yeah.
That had about 6 separate parts to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even her longest question. I actually spared you by not bringing a longer one. Now, this is only a 20-minute long interview.
Okay.
Every single question is like that. I have never seen somebody... Again, this is supposed to be like the cream of the crop of women here.
Well, you know what it is? So she's over-researched. She has to drop all the knowledge that she has because she's done so much research. She knows who she worked with at Netflix, and she knows that the deal was this, and then it changed to that.
If she was over-researched, she would have kicked back at all about Meghan talking about 2020.
Well, but you know what I mean?
It took me 2 seconds to find out what Meghan was up to in 2020.
She's trying to sound smart.
Yes.
Meghan's trying to sound smart.
I know.
These two dimwits are trying to outsmart each other.
These dumb, long-winded idiots.
Yes.
It's absolutely horrible. And in addition to that, the interviewer does actually have a crutch word that drove me insane.
I'm curious. Why will you be going on TikTok?
Is she curious?
Yeah, she's so curious. Also, the answer is, I don't know if I'll be going on TikTok or not. I don't know.
Who cares?
I don't know.
Gives a shit.
All right, we all know about Meghan's old
We
job.
have the comments on. That's what I want to know. Because then I'll check out her TikTok.
Then I'll be much less curious.
Yeah.
We all know about Meghan's old job at Humphrey Yogarts.
Mm-hmm.
She's very proud about talking about that. Again, she usually hits all of these same marks. She does talk about Humphrey Yogarts in this interview. But I don't know that we've actually talked here about some of her other skills.
Oh, I didn't know she had other skills.
Mm-hmm.
I do lots of gift wrapping techniques. You guys know I used to teach gift wrapping at Paper Source and advanced gift wrapping. So.
Oh, she thought that was going to get a laugh.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no.
She sure did.
That's too bad.
Also, advanced gift wrapping?
I know. That was, I think, the joke. I think.
Is this thing on?
I don't think it's the joke. I don't think that it's the joke.
She's like, can you guys believe it? I used to have menial jobs. Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, she loves being relatable. It's so cute and kitschy. We're going to see another way that she is very relatable. This is another job that she had.
You know, when I used to do calligraphy, I used to do it for so many celebrity weddings and for hotels. And that was in between auditions. And at the time, I don't know why I didn't think to just buy a glove, but you don't want the natural oils from your hands to get on the beautiful paper. So I would just put a white tube sock on my hand, write all these very fancy cards for people.
Wow. Not one reaction.
There is a full audience of people.
What a boring anecdote.
When I was doing calligraphy for rich and famous people, I had to use a tube sock because I wasn't rich and famous yet.
What a bore she is. Just the worst.
No, please no. All right, we're going to close this out with probably the best question of the interview and Meghan's very sincere response.
Oh, good.
So I'm curious, now that you have numerous businesses and ventures under your belt, and you're obviously still in the thick of it, what have you learned about yourself as a leader and as a CEO?
Thank you.
Thank you. She just heard leader and CEO. She's like, yes, I have those things. Thank you.
She does go on to describe there about how when she was on Suits, she had teams of hundreds of people, and now she only has teams of 10 people working for her. And it's this little teeny tiny intimate business. But yeah, it's just another buzzword answer. So I just like the thank you.
It's hilarious.
Who are these podcasts?